Hey everybody, Josh here from Shamma, and we're gonna look through the mailbag and do our best to answer your questions. All right, so the first question comes from Corey. Corey says, hi, I ordered a pair of sandals from you all on Friday. What is the turnaround time on this order? I'm really excited to wear your product and can't wait to try it on. Thanks for the help, and I look forward to hearing from you. All right, Corey, so here's the turnaround. This is like the process, basically. Anything that's ordered up until Monday morning, like around 10 or whatever, whenever we write down our orders, maybe it's a little earlier than that, all those orders from over the weekend and from Friday, they get processed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and we try and get them out Tuesday evening. So it could be a pretty quick turnaround. Then anything that gets ordered kind of after that cutoff time, say like Monday around 10 or whatever, anything after that when we stop writing our order boxes, those are going to get processed on Thursday morning, and then they're going to get shipped out on Friday afternoon. So that's kind of the way we do it here, and that may change in this next season, but right now that's the process. So you have a couple days, and depending on when you order in the cycle, if you ordered early on Monday morning, you could probably get them like the next day. They'd be in the mail. So it just kind of depends on where in the week you order. Okay, so hope that helps, and we'd love to hear how the sandals work for you. So, all right, Corey, we're moving on now to Jen. She has a question. I'm thinking about buying a pair of leather Super Goats, but I wanted to know if the fit will be a problem for me. I would consider my feet to be sort of low volume, so sometimes that top to bottom of shoe fit is too roomy for me. The width of the sole is fine. Have you had any feedback from any customers regarding any challenges with low volume and fit? All right, so I actually have a pair of Super Browns here, very similar to a Super Goat. It's a little bit thinner sole, but the deal is we have a lot of customization or adjustment, if you will, built into the sandal. So this strap right here, the toe plug strap, it's gonna go over the top of the foot and down through the ankle slot, around the sole, and it's going to go back out through the heel strap, and where we've got hook and loop. You can make your adjustment there, a lot of room to adjust. We also have the insole strap, and you can make an adjustment there. So there's a lot of adjustment available. I haven't heard too many problems with there being too much room for like a flatter foot. I personally have a pretty low volume foot. I don't have that usually is because somebody doesn't have a high arch. A high arch is gonna eat up a lot of the strap, and a really low arch is gonna allow for more strap. But in this case, I don't think it's gonna be a problem for you. They should work, and if it actually is a problem, just reach out to us and we'll see what we can do. We could just make shorter straps for you and put them on the sandal, and away you would go. So feel free to reach out and we'll try and make it happen. All right, Jen. Let's see, moving on to the next one. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right, Yael. He says, I just received my order today, a pair of Mountain Goats LE, and need some pointers on getting the fit right. I watched the video for help and adjusted the sandals for my feet. They feel almost right, but the heel straps just won't stay put on my heels no matter how tight I make them. The combination of straps slipping down on my heel as I walk and pressing into my foot because of how much I've tightened them to try to compensate is causing pain in my heel Achilles tendon. I'm wondering if this is due to the rest of the straps not being adjusted quite right. Is this an issue if you're aware of in other folks? Sorry, I can't read very well. Any tips on remedying it? This is actually my second pair of Shamma sandals. The first ones were, I believe, Super Browns, long since passed on to someone else, and I had a similar problem that I thought was due to the lacing system or the stretch of the leather. I'm really hoping I can get the fit right on these. Okay, so couple thoughts. Yes, if you are continually tightening down the heel strap and it's starting to cut off the circulation on your heel or cause pain in your Achilles, that is too much. You've gone too far. Most of that, I think, has to do with a sandal that's not properly adjusted in the front of the strap or of the sandal. So in this section, let me show you really quick. Maybe we can do a little demonstration on how to adjust your sandals. Now, before I show you how I would adjust the sandals to get the right fit, I would have you consider power straps. Some people, it is very helpful for them. That way, basically, you're getting the sandal. Here's a power strap right here. We'll put it on this super brown. So the power strap is going to be pulling the heel strap like so from the front of the ankle on the foot. It's going to be pulling it and providing plenty of lift. It should lift on its own, it should stay up there, but it's just going to make it feel more secure. The sandal is going to feel more secure. You're not going to have to have the sandal on as tight for it to feel secure, because you're going to get it a little bit of pull on the heel strap and kind of have some tension from the front to the back. So power straps are definitely one option, but I think it sounds like the sandals aren't adjusted properly. And let me see if we can kind of show you how to do that. All right, so here is a pair of, we'll call them mountain goats. And I do have the power strap on. I like wearing them with the power strap. It's just kind of how I roll. But let me show you a couple things. First, if we take the power strap off, I want you to see what the sandals do on their own, and that the heel strap really shouldn't be an issue. Let me show you how tight I wear them. About like that. So they're not super tight, okay? They really shouldn't be uncomfortably tight. They should be snug but not tight. And if I'm just walking around in them, I don't mind them being looser. They don't have to be really on there super tight. But, so the first thing is I should be able to slip them off pretty easily. The heel strap, just so you know, it does stay up by itself. These are molded TPU parts on the insole and outsole, so they have their own rigidity, and they should not slip. Physically, there's not anywhere to go for them unless you push them down. Okay, so that's that. But the way I set these up, I think it's important to show this whenever you can, how to adjust this thing. I'm just going to pull this thing apart and go over a couple of the steps that I do on a regular basis with people. So I want to, first things first, when you first get the sandal, give it as much slack as you can. Your first job is to give it slack. Open it up. And then you're going to take your foot and you're going to center your foot on the sandal. I think this is probably the most important thing. So if I've got about 1/8 of an inch here, I've got 1/8 of an inch in the back of the sandal. I feel like I'm centered on the sandal. And left to right too. You are making the sandal conform to your foot, not the other way around. So the first thing I'm going to do is I find this bone here, right? The bone behind the big toe, and I'm going to look for the proper location for the buckle. I don't want it to be riding on the big bone. I don't want to be so far over this way that I'm cutting off the circulation to the second toe. I want it kind of in the middle, and that's going to be almost parallel but just off to the outside a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is find the location for this buckle. So notice there's 2 chambers. The first chamber is going to control where the buckle sits front to back on the sandal. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go with right about there. That seems good to me. And then once I know where the buckle is there, I'm going to take the insole strap and, keeping it in place, I'll go ahead and tighten it. So these 2 directions I've got figured out. Now what I want to do, I don't want to touch this yet. I'm going to put the heel strap on, and I'm going to tighten it up to where it's comfortably snug like that. Okay, that feels good to me. Now I have this section of strap here. And this section of strap goes from this second chamber, and it's going to go all the way out to the outsole post. Now I'm going to tighten it up to where it feels nice and snug. Okay, that feels pretty good like that. Now I'm going to get rid of this slack. I'm going to pull it through the chamber here, like so. Okay. I don't want to pull it all the way out or I'll lose it. All right, there we go. Now I've got it adjusted. This second chamber is going to control the length of the strap from the buckle to the outsole post. And now we've got this extra strap. I'm going to put it in the keeper like so. You just push it. It's a little tricky, but I can do it while I'm talking to you, so it can't be that bad. There we go. All right, keeper's in place. Sandals in place. And it's all in there. It's comfortable. It's not too tight. I don't mind wearing them like this without a power strap, but I do put the power strap on just because I like to hike or do active things in them, like disc golf or whatnot. So anyways, there you go. That's how I do it. If you go through that process of centering your foot on the sandal, and then adjust the buckle in the front, heel strap, and then make sure you take up that slack on the back, you should be fine. And if that still doesn't work, try a power strap. I think that'll do the trick for you. All right, so I hope everyone had their questions answered, and we'll see you next time. Happy trails. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more weekly content. And make sure to click the bell so that you'll be notified every time we post something new.